The summer air was heavy and humid in downtown Atlanta. Jasmine Reed, 26 years old, rushed down Peachtree Street, her messenger bag slung across one shoulder, her curly hair pulled back into a messy bun. She was late, again, but not for a job or a class. Jasmine had just left her volunteer shift at the community center where she helped underprivileged kids with homework and snacks. Now she was hustling to make it to her part-time evening gig waiting tables at a small soul food diner. Jasmine was no stranger to struggle. Her mother had passed when she was 12, and she'd raised her younger brother Malik ever since. Life had thrown her more punches than she could count, but she refused to let it harden her. Even when things were tight, like this month, with the rent overdue and her car breaking down, she clung to kindness like it was the only currency she could still afford. As she passed a crowded park on her shortcut route, something stopped her in her tracks. A sound. A wheeze. A high-pitched, desperate gasp. She turned instinctively. On a bench near the fountain, a young boy, no older than 8, was hunched over, clutching his chest. His small body trembled as he struggled to breathe. People walked past, glancing but not stopping. Some were on their phones. Others just didn't know what to do. But Jasmine didn't hesitate. She sprinted toward the boy and knelt beside him. "Hey sweetie, you okay?" she asked gently, brushing sweat from his forehead. His lips were turning blue. He couldn't answer. "Asthma," he choked out. "Inhaler, can't find." Jasmine's heart pounded. She recognized the signs. Malik had asthma as a child. "Don't worry. I've got you," she said, slipping her hand into her bag, pulling out Malik's spare inhaler she always kept on her. "Here, baby. Breathe." With careful hands, she guided the inhaler to his mouth. "Nice and slow. Inhale, now hold, good boy." The boy's chest rose unevenly, but his breathing slowly began to stabilize. His tiny hands clutched hers, eyes wide with fear but beginning to clear. After a few minutes, he was breathing easier. "See?" Jasmine smiled, stroking his back. "You're okay now. You're so brave." Tears pooled in his eyes. Thank you. What's your name?" "Ethan," he said, voice raspy. "My dad was getting coffee. I walked away. I didn't think it would happen." She pulled him into a hug. "It's okay. You're safe now." Just then, a frantic voice cut through the air. "Ethan! Ethan!" A man in a sharp navy suit came sprinting across the park, panic etched into every feature of his face. Jasmine stood, helping Ethan to his feet as the man ran up and dropped to his knees, scooping the boy into his arms. "Oh my God, are you okay?" he asked, holding Ethan close. "I'm okay, Daddy. She helped me." The man turned to Jasmine, his eyes filling with tears. You saved my son." She gave a soft smile, brushing dirt from her jeans. "I was just in the right place." "No," he said, standing. "You were a miracle." Jasmine waved it off. "He's a sweet kid. Just take him to the hospital, okay? Make sure he's fully checked out." The man nodded, reaching into his wallet. "At least let me." "No," she interrupted gently, but firmly. "Please. Just take care of him." And with that, Jasmine turned and walked away. That night, she arrived late to the diner. Her feet ached, her stomach growled, but she threw on her apron and started taking orders like nothing had happened. She didn't know that her small act of kindness had set something extraordinary in motion. The next morning, headlines all over the news read, "Billionaire tech CEO's son saved by stranger in the park." But Jasmine didn't see it. Her old phone was out of data, and she was too busy with work and Malik's college forms to watch the news. It wasn't until 2 days later that she heard a knock at her apartment door. She opened it to find a tall man in a suit standing beside a boy she instantly recognized. "Hi," Ethan said, grinning. Jasmine's eyes widened. "Ethan. You're okay." "I'm better now. Daddy wanted to see you." She looked up at the man and suddenly recognized him. David Langston. CEO of Langtech Industries. Worth billions. She nearly dropped her mug. "You," she breathed. "You didn't know," he said softly, clearly moved. "You had no idea who I was, did you?" Jasmine shook her head. "I thought so," he said, smiling. "And yet you gave my son your only inhaler, stayed with him, and walked away without asking for anything." "I just did what anyone would do," she said. "No," he replied. "Not everyone would." He handed her an envelope. "I can't repay you for what you did. But I hope this helps." She opened it slowly, and gasped. Inside was a check for $100,000. I can't accept this," she stammered. "Yes," he said firmly. "You can. Because you saved my world when no one else did." Tears filled her eyes. She thought of Malik, of the overdue bills, of the dream she gave up to be responsible. And suddenly, she let herself cry. David reached into his jacket again. "One more thing," he said. "I run a philanthropic arm of my company. We support education, especially for women of color. I'd like to offer you a full scholarship. Go back to school. Pursue what you love." She covered her mouth in shock. "I always wanted to be a nurse." "Then let's make it happen," he said. 2 years later. Jasmine Reed walked across the stage of Emory University in a crisp white coat, graduating at the top of her class in nursing.